All right, Deb Bernanke of Happier at Home is here this morning. We're talking about caring for caregivers, the people who often look after someone. And they're very vital in the care that they give and in terms of taking care of themselves. And what are some of the challenges that they face?
Yes, well, becoming a caregiver is one of those things that are unceremonious, and all of a sudden you find yourself helping someone stay home, helping someone setting up medications. So caregivers don't even realize it until they're kind of thrust into that role. So they're not really prepared for it. And then as time goes on, it takes its toll on them. So there are some things that people can do, even in the community. If you see neighbors or family members that are becoming a caregiver in that role, then you should really see if you can offer them some help. And if you're busy where you can't help them yourselves, maybe give them some resources and connect them with some resources in our community, like the Alzheimer's Association, El Siegel Center, and also Lifespan, some of those community resources. So offering help, but then when you're in that situation, also feeling that it's okay to ask for some help too.
That's hard.
It is very hard, and people, I know that's part of my personality too. You just want to do it and get it done with yourself, but then you suffer. So when you suffer, then you're not going to be able to provide the best care that you can to your loved one either.
Would you say step one is identifying yourself as a caregiver? I know for me, I said, you know, well, I'm a mother.
Yes.
Well, I was caregiver also, maybe being a daughter. Well, caregiver also. Sort of identifying yourself in that role kind of makes you go, oh, I am taking on new responsibilities.
Yeah, accepting it and naming it and knowing that there are things to do when you're a caregiver. So offering help, accepting help, and then also being accepting of that circumstance and not letting it take you over as far as putting you down and becoming a victim. Instead, looking for the good in what is happening. You know, I started Happier at Home because my mother had a diagnosis of brain cancer. It was difficult, it was terrible, but it gave me a purpose. It gave me a reason to be able to help other people that were going through the same thing that I was going through. So also finding that silver lining in your situation. And you'll see that when all is done, if you're doing these things and you're accepting help and you're taking care of yourself, you can look back and know that you did the best, you have no regrets, and that you really helped that person as much as you possibly could.
If someone's going to step into that caregiving role, what is something they should ask themselves before they take on? It is a big responsibility.
Well, you have to look at where you can balance in your life. If there are other people that are dependent, like your children, people who are living with you that you need to take care of as well, but then looking at the areas where you can accept help. Perhaps having family members get involved instead of answering 50 phone calls a week on how's everything going, having a point person and having that person be the go-to person to then maybe call other people. Sometimes setting up a schedule for you to have a break. You know, every day you should have at least 30 minutes to be able to get away and read or whatever it is that you enjoy to decompress a little bit. But then also bringing someone in to be able to get out of the house. Alzheimer's Association is great for that too. They have a respite program if you qualify for it. But also calling companies like Happier at Home that can provide some services just to give you that break to take care of yourself, to get your doctor's appointments done, to go to the salon or something that can help you just kind of revitalize yourself so you're ready again for the next day. Because that's what it feels like. Every day it can be something new.
So have a plan.
Yes.
Maybe at one point too in the future we could also talk about identifying yourself as a caregiver to the rest of the world. If they don't know you have this extra stress on your plate, then they might not know how to deal with you either.
Absolutely.
So maybe something we can talk about in the future, because I think that's a part of the situation.
It's a great idea.
Well. But great resource for you as well. We appreciate you coming in.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.